Hey, what's going on, everybody? This would be a two-part video because it's on two different things. I might as well combine them. Everyone knows this is the KZ Vader we did a while ago. Nice triple driver. Everybody knows these star tips. They're kind of mushy. You can reverse them. They're pretty much the standard. They always add like some nice base to the equation. I used to use these all the time for replacement on ones that I didn't like. Well, KZ has these now. These are the LS-01 tips, and they do look like star tips. A little bit wider opening than the standard star tip. Just a slight difference. They're made out of a soft silicone material. Get these open so you can see. Very soft, transparent. The center thing isn't firm, which is odd because I have a lot of these materials that are made out of this super soft silicone material, and usually there's some firmness in the tube, but these are just super soft, and they're very comfortable, very sticky in the air, provide good isolation. Overall, I think it adds a little balance to the sound signature. This obviously 3 different sizes here. Has a like a chart, which I mean you can't go by that because let's face it, these are going to be different. Every earphone you put them on, they're going to be different. But I just thought I'd show these. They're like super soft. Let's go through my ear tip collection and pull out. Are these the soft ears? Here's some soft ears right here. And as you can see, these are also super soft, but the thing in the middle is firm as firm can be. And it's a lot wider opening than the standard one of these. As you can see the difference. So anyway, it adds balance to the sound. Still decent bass performance overall. Put that back. Yeah, so these are interesting, especially for KZ products, because these are specifically made for KZ products. And I'll just put these back the way they went. Package is easy to open, and you get 3 different sizes. I would have hoped they had one with all mediums, because that's what I usually take. That aside, that's a simple enough review for these. I'll just leave these right here. We have this, which came. And this is the Vader Pro. And I'll put that right there. And I got it right here. Here is the Vader Pro. Beautiful design. Very thick. Nice big design here. See one of the dynamics right there. It does still have switches. I've only used it in the stock configuration for the switches. For the purpose of testing, you can obviously change it to any way that you want. But this is a first look at the Vader Pro, which I think looks really, really nice. Here's the original Vader, which kind of has a similar shape to the shell, but not the front plate. Completely different. Same similar style switches. Pull this off here. Plastic. Was the original Vader metal? I can't remember. I have to look at it. I just get the tip back on there. It is a wide nozzle. Yeah, the original was also plastic, so that's basically similar in build quality to the original. I just think that the faceplate on the new one is, I don't know, more pleasant looking. It's up to you what you like for design, but I mean, just take a look at these two. They're both basically the same shape and size, just different aesthetics. Nice shiny material, whether you like that or not. But anyway, unlike the original Vader, this Vader has more of a balanced kind of tuning. There's a very clean bass, some very nice pronounced mid-range with a little warmth at the bottom, but mostly it's just clear, neutral. This is a typical stereotypical Harman tuning with a little bit added bass. It's not bass head by any means. The bass has a nice punch, and it's clean and clear. Technicalities are very, very nice. There's some nice crispiness to the treble, but it's not overly energetic. I think that the original, the treble was more energetic, and I think the bass was just a little too much. Wasn't the cleanest bass. I think they've improved that a lot with the new one. It definitely sounds very good. I like it much better than the original. Packaging, the cable, typical, what you get from KZ. It's the standard that they usually get, standard tips. Mine also, I got these at the same time, which I haven't tried out on these yet. I tried these out on the other KZs that I had, my go-tos, which I have a bunch. Just in case, I'm going to put this over here. Let me put this out of the way. Just in case, you wonder how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this for years. How many KZs do I have? And I'm going to put the Vader back in its case. And I just hit my notes. I have a lot of KZs. This is all that's left of what I hadn't given away already. Just to let you guys know. I've given away boxes and boxes filled with boxes of KZs. And we have everything going all the way back. The only thing that in here that isn't a KZ is this, which I put in there because I got this at the same time when KZs was just starting to get hot and catching fire. This was a Revo Next. Absolutely love that. But the rest of this is just all KZs, all different KZs from everything. Look at the Dawn in there. We got everything all the way back to the Terminator. So I've heard a lot of KZs. So when they change tuning or they make something and it's very similar to what they've had before, I know about it because I've basically heard, up until the date now, because they're popping stuff out every couple of minutes. Let me just shut that off for now. Conserve battery. I've heard a lot of their stuff. So I know how the tunings have changed slightly over the years. The construction and everything. My favorite. There's CCAs in there too, by the way. I should mention that. The AS-10 is right there. I love that. As a matter of fact, when I get free time, I'm going to listen to that again. Yeah, overall, I like this. There's decent soundstage with this. It isn't the most detailed, super soundstage, but it's very, very good. It works well for gaming, works well for movies and music. Like I said, clean bass, very good vocals, very good mid-range, nice air, just a typical, super enjoyable Harman with a little lift in the bass, and compared to the original, much better control in the treble, much better neutrality in the mid-range with a hint of warmth. And technical and performance is far better with this one. I think people could listen to this all day. As a matter of fact, I like this a lot. I mean, I can't... some of these other KZs, they do have that harshness. They do have the air drill treble. And this doesn't have that. So, I really do like this. I think maybe this will grow on me and be one of my favorite KZs. But for now, it's very good. This is the Vader Pro. And I should go over some of the specs while we're here. Before we go, you can get this with a microphone, no microphone. You can get a Harman Target version, or you can get a Harman Target version with improved bass. That's the version that I got. I'm glad I did. Love the bass on this. Definitely not bass head, but super enjoyable to listen to all kinds of music, from pop to jazz to hip-hop, country music. Everything on this sounds good. 3.5 millimeter, 0.75 2-pin connector, 20 to 40,000 kilohertz, 40 kilohertz, excuse me, 18 ohms, 106 decibels. Very easy to drive, triple dynamic driver setup, and just overall, I really dig this. It's just very, very good. Good job from them. They did a good improvement. Inside the box, you get the tips, and you also get the little tool. It looks like a sim tool, but it's a little tool to change these. And I'll be changing these. And if there's something like dramatic with the switch positions. Then I'll go over it with you and I'll do a follow-up. Usually the stock is good, and if I find a switch position I like, I keep it on that and it stays there. I don't usually like play with them a lot and change the switches. I'm honestly not a switch person. I don't even really care about switches on it. I can do a lot of changes by changing out the cable and the tips, and that's how I usually do the tuning for things like that. Thank you again for watching. Be safe. This has been the KZ Vader Pro and their new LS-01 tips. Very, very soft silicone tips. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.